something didn't look right or was out of character, I would voice and say, oh, we don't talk like that. We don't do this and we don't do that. And it turned out pretty well, and I would give him pointers, as to the real me, and he was like, he picked up a lot. So did Jamie, guy that played Marlo, and they was able to gaps a lot. We learned from each other. Let's put it that way. We learned from each other.
So obviously you've come out, you're in this environment, you've acted, within the actual show. Um, what was next? What came next?
Well, during that period of time, I proposed to Fran, and so I think David had called the New York Times and was telling them, okay, y'all only time y'all have like, black people in the social columns is like if they don't getting 30 years or 100 years or something on the front page, and I think this is a great story, the one way the corner meets the wire type thing, and so David managed to swing that some kind of way, and so they looked at it and they read this story, the editors in the Times, so they said, well, you know what? We don't want to put this in the social column. Uh, we want to do a front page because this is an incredible story, and we want to do the front page. And miraculously, David called him back and started cussing him out and was saying, no, y'all supposed to put him in the social column, and now y'all want to put him on the front page. They said, no, I want the social. So they compromised. They said, you know what? We'll do two articles. We'll put him on the front page, and we'll put him in the social column. And at that point, um, once that story came out, we got a lot of publicity behind that. People all over the country was writing us and sending us stuff, and we got in contact with HarperCollins, and at that point, HarperCollins they came up with the biggest figures. So we went with HarperCollins that they're gonna do the book. They're gonna do a book, and David came out and he did a thing with Brad Pitt production for the movies. So we got a movie coming out and we got a book coming out. Hopefully all that be done in by '10, by 10. So everything is falling right into place. And at that point, hopefully, because at that time right now I'm doing a little script writing myself and trying to develop my own little production company. And so we got something coming out, like an innocent project we're trying to put out there, and I want to do like a school thing from from Baltimore to London, and got a couple projects we trying to put together, and you know, if God is still keep me in His favor like He did so far, then it'll be done. It's done already. Like the Jamaicans say, it gonna come. With the Anderson Project, it's like I'm also I work for the University of Maryland Law School, and it's a University of Maryland Law School Anderson Project, and what we do is like I just finished writing a script about Walter Avinger, and he was a guy that been locked up since he was like 14, and he was a model prisoner. They gave him a natural life sentence, and he was a model prisoner, and everything. He went back to school, got a couple trades, and I think in '98 he had went to a halfway house, and at that point in time, another inmate that had a life sentence uh, was, like in Baltimore, you got guards that get involved with inmates. And so when this guy came out, the God left him alone and started messing with another inmate because I guess, women, they feel like it was more secure that he's in jail. See, she really ain't got to deal with him just when she go to work for 8 hours. And so the guy got mad and he went in and he killed the correctional officer. And then at that time we had a governor named Glenn Denny came up and he declared that from that day forward, no life will ever, see the streets again. And he declared that life meant life. That means you die in prison. So they took him back to prison, and finally he wrote to the Innocent Project, Michael Milliman, who was running it, and Brenda Bloom, and they picked the case up. And unfortunately for him, he had exhausted all his remedies, court remedies, and it was difficult to get him back in court because after we reviewed all the evidence against him, there was no evidence against him. Even his co-defendant said he was innocent. But by him being the oldest of the crew, the judge deemed that he had participated, and they gave him a life sentence. And matter of fact, all of his co-defendants had gotten out like 5, 6 years, 10 years, way before they even decided, we even got him out. And so we carried the court. So fortunate, Glenn Denny lost in the next election, and we had a governor called Bob Ehrlich, and he was a Republican, but he felt like if you are out of prison, you did your time, and the parole board think that you was eligible for parole, then you should be paroled. So we carried it to him, and he commuted his sentence to like 45 years, and we got him out. So that's what we do. That's the first episode of the Innocent Project, and we have hundreds and hundreds of cases that can go on forever. It's the thing there. It's like with the first script, hopefully we'll get HBO, Showtime, or somebody to pick this show up because I think it deals with reality, and that's what people need to see because everybody always say, yeah, everybody in jail is innocent. But once you watch this program, you'll realize that there actually are people in jail that are innocent and that was convicted back in the 60s and early 70s, where they was basically all the laws applied strictly to the black man, and they didn't have the means, for the proper defense, hiring the right lawyers. Like in the Andrews case, he had a lawyer named Morris Chaplin, and he believed that any case that he did, he could put it, on 2 sheets of paper and stick it in his coat pocket. He didn't need the briefcase. But how do you do a murder case, a capital punishment case, with 2 sheets of paper in your coat pocket?
Anything you want the dcosmic.com viewers to know about, or anything that you reckon they should be watching out for?
Oh yeah, we're in the process of developing our own website, and right now our production company is 3D Production, and the 3Ds come from myself, my wife, and my son, Fran. Fran's name is Denise, my name Donnie, and my son's name is Deron. So that's how we got 3D Production. We do consultant work, motivational speaking, investigation. Was I do that too? Film. Right now we're doing documentary type stuff, and we do a lot of music video stuff. With hip hop with the guy David Manigault.
Well, dcosmic.com, we bring it to you, the hot people, the top people, the people doing creative and imaginative things. It's me, your man Beyonder, and I've been here with my special featured guest, Donnie Andrews. Do you want to say goodbye, Donnie?
Yeah, peace, and stay safe.
You heard it here first.